My precious child, I have called you here today not by coincidence, but by a divine appointment written in the heavens long before you were born. I see you standing at the edge of your strength, weary from battles that no one else knows about. At this very moment, I am reaching out to take the heavy yoke from your shoulders and replace it with my rest. You have spent so much time trying to carry the weight of the world, fixing things that only I can repair. Today, I invite you to simply be still and know that I am your God. I am the architect of your soul and the guardian of your destiny. Do not rush away, for I have words of life that will heal the hidden wounds within your spirit and ignite a fire of hope that will never be extinguished or fail you again. I want you to understand that the season of scarcity, shame, and repeated defeat is officially coming to an end. Those long nights where you felt trapped in an endless cycle of worry and regret have served their purpose, and now I am declaring a new day over your life. The enemy has tried to convince you that your best years are behind you and that you were doomed to repeat the failures of your past, but his words are empty shadows. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking the chains that have kept your spirit bound to old disappointments. Every curse that has tried to hover over your household is being dismantled by the power of my presence. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are a victor by my grace, and your story is just beginning. You have often asked why the path has been so steep and why the fire has been so intense in recent months. Know this, I have never allowed a single trial into your life to destroy you, but only to refine you like gold is purified in the furnace. The pressure you have felt was not meant to crush your spirit, but to compress your faith into a diamond that can reflect my glory in the darkest places. Just as a butterfly must struggle against its cocoon to gain the strength to fly, your struggles have been developing the spiritual muscles you need for the heights I am taking you to. Without the resistance, you would remain stagnant and ordinary, but I have called you to be extraordinary. Trust the process of my hands, for even in the heat, I am right there with you, shaping your character. When you feel your weakest, that is when my strength becomes most evident in your life. Do not be ashamed of your limitations or the moments when you feel you cannot take another step. It is in the middle of your exhaustion that my supernatural power flows most freely, carrying you through doors you could never open on your own. My grace is not just a safety net for when you fall. It is a divine energy that propels you forward when your own resources have run dry. I do not look for those who think they are self-sufficient, but for those who are willing to admit they need me. Lean into me now with your whole heart. Stop trying to figure out every detail with your limited understanding and allow my infinite wisdom to guide your path. I will never let you stumble or fall. The enemy whispers lies into your ears during the quiet hours of the night, telling you that you are forgotten, unloved, and useless. He tries to point to your scars as evidence of your defeat, but I see those scars as badges of honor that prove you have survived. Today, I am silencing those accusatory voices once and for all. I have engraved your name on the palms of my hands, and you are precious in my sight. No mistake you have made is bigger than my mercy, and no failure can separate you from my love. You are not defined by what others say about you, nor by the labels the world has placed on you. You are my beloved child, a royal heir to my kingdom, and I am putting a new song in your heart that will drown out every lie. I have stationed a legion of angels around you to guard your every step and to protect you from the arrows that fly by day and the terrors that lurk in the darkness. You may not see them with your physical eyes, but they are more real than the ground you stand on, standing ready at my command to defend your peace. There is a hedge of protection around your home and your loved ones that no weapon of the enemy can penetrate. When you walk through the valley of the shadow, do not fear, for my presence is your shield and your rampart. I am watching over your coming and your going, ensuring that you arrive safely at the destination I have prepared for you. You are never alone. My heavenly host is actively working behind the scenes to clear the obstacles from your future. I am restoring the joy that was stolen from you during those seasons of deep grief and hidden pain. I see the tears you have shed in secret, and I have collected every one of them in my bottle, for nothing you experience is lost to me. I am turning your mourning into dancing, and your heaviness into a garment of praise that will radiate my light. The peace I am giving you now is not like the peace the world offers, which depends on everything going perfectly. My peace is an anchor for your soul that remains steady, even when the storm is raging at its loudest. You will find yourself smiling again for no reason other than the deep assurance that I am in control. The darkness is fading, and the warmth of my favor is beginning to shine upon your weary heart today. To me, you are beautiful and full of infinite value, regardless of what the mirror or the calendar says. I do not see the gray in your hair or the lines on your face as signs of fading. I see them as a beautiful tapestry of a life lived in my presence. The world judges by outward appearance, but I look straight into the heart, and I see a spirit that is being renewed day by day. You are not finished, and your purpose has not expired. In fact, some of your greatest contributions to my kingdom are yet to be made. I am pouring a fresh anointing over you that will make your spirit young and vibrant once again. Do not let the opinions of people who do not know my heart discourage you. You are my masterpiece, and I am still painting. Look to the cross and remember the price that was paid so that you could live in total freedom and forgiveness. My blood was not shed just for the big sins, but for every hidden regret and every tiny stumble that weighs on your conscience. When I look at you, I do not see the person you used to be. I see a new creation, washed white as snow and standing blameless before my throne. Stop bringing up the past that I have already buried in the depths of the sea. I have forgiven you completely, and it is time for you to finally forgive yourself. The chains of guilt are being broken this very hour, and the doors of your prison are swinging wide open. Step out into the light of my grace and walk with your head held high as my redeemed. A season of harvest is approaching, and you will soon see the fruit of the seeds you have planted in faith and watered with your prayers. You have labored in the hidden places, serving me when no one was watching and staying faithful when it seemed like nothing was happening. I tell you today that your labor has not been in vain. I am the God of the sudden breakthrough, and I am preparing a table of blessing for you in the presence of your enemies. Doors that have been locked for years are about to swing open, and resources that seemed out of reach will flow toward you like a mighty river. What you have sown in tears, you will reap with shouts of joy. Get ready to receive an abundance that will overflow and bless everyone within your circle of influence. As you move forward into this new territory, I urge you to walk with divine wisdom and discernment. Seek my counsel in every decision, no matter how small it may seem, and I will make your paths straight. Do not lean on your own understanding or be swayed by the hollow promises of the world, for they lead only to confusion and dead ends. I am giving you a spirit of clarity to see through the distractions and focus on the things that truly matter for eternity. Guard your time and your energy as precious gifts, and do not waste them on arguments or grudges that only poison your own soul. Surround yourself with those who reflect my light and encourage your growth. As you honor me with your choices, I will honor you with a life of deep satisfaction. You have often felt that your faith is too small to make a difference, but I tell you that even faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. It is not the size of your faith that matters, but the size of the God in whom your faith is placed. When you bring me your small yes and your trembling trust, I multiply it with my infinite power to produce miracles that defy logic. Do not be discouraged by the giants standing in your way. They are nothing compared to the one who stands behind you. Your simple act of believing in my word is a powerful weapon that shatters the schemes of the enemy. Keep speaking my promises over your life, even when your circumstances look impossible. Your words of faith are creating a path for my glory to manifest. My blessing is not intended for you alone. It is designed to flow through you to your family and future generations. I am working in the hearts of your loved ones, even those who seem furthest away from me at this moment. I have heard your prayers for your children, your spouse, and your parents, and I am answering them in my perfect timing. I am the God who restores broken relationships and heals the deep-seated divisions that have plagued your household for years. I am establishing your home as a sanctuary of peace and a beacon of hope in your community. As you walk in my ways, your life will become a living testimony that draws others to my love. Your legacy will not be one of struggle, but one of victory and faithful service to the King. Do not overlook the miracles that I am performing in the ordinary moments of your daily life. Every breath you take is a gift from me, and every provision that appears just in time is a sign of my constant care. I am the God who feeds the birds of the air and clothes the lilies of the field, and I am far more concerned with your needs than with theirs. When you find strength to be kind to someone who is difficult, that is a miracle of my grace. When you feel a sudden peace in the middle of a busy day, that is my presence touching your soul. Cultivate a heart of gratitude, and you will begin to see my handiwork everywhere you look. I am the God of the small things just as much as I am the God of the universe. I am calling you to release the heavy burden of anxiety that has been stealing your sleep and clouding your vision. Worrying about tomorrow does not change the outcome. It only robs you of the strength you need for today. I am already in your tomorrow, arranging the details and preparing the way, so you can afford to rest in my sovereignty right now. Take every fearful thought captive and hand it over to me, trusting that I am more than capable of handling what you cannot control. When you choose to trust me instead of worrying, you are creating a space for my supernatural peace to rule in your heart. Let go of the need to understand everything and simply trust that my heart for you is good. I will provide exactly what you need when you need it. There is a great shift happening in the spiritual realm on your behalf, and a new future is unfolding that is filled with hope and divine promise. I am removing the obstacles that have hindered your progress and clearing a path for you to step into the fullness of your calling. This is not a time to shrink back in fear, but to step forward with boldness and expectant faith. I am taking you to a higher level of intimacy with me and a greater level of influence in the world. The things you have dreamed about in the secret places of your heart are beginning to take shape, for I am the God who brings dead dreams back to life. Stay alert and keep your eyes fixed on me, for I am doing a new thing that will amaze you. I cherish the moments when you come to me in prayer, laying aside the noise of the world to simply sit in my presence. Your voice is music to my ears, and I listen to every word you speak with the tender heart of a father. You do not need to use fancy words or religious formulas to get my attention. I am moved by the sincerity of your soul and the honesty of your heart. Even when you have no words and can only sit in silence with your tears, I understand exactly what you are feeling. Come to me daily, not as a duty, but as a delight, for I am the source of everything you need. In our conversation, you will find the strength to face any challenge and the wisdom to solve any problem. As you go out from this encounter, carry my light with you and be a messenger of hope to a hurting world. There are so many people around you who are drowning in despair and who desperately need to know that I am real and that I love them. Share the testimony of what I am doing in your life and let my love overflow from your heart to touch those who are lost and broken. You are my hands and feet on this earth, and I am empowering you with my spirit to do works of compassion and power. Do not be afraid of what the future holds, for I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Go forth in victory, knowing that you are deeply loved, fully forgiven, and destined for greatness.